So here's my custom Mach screen. I've done a lot of customization. I've also added an external program that monitors where the mouse is and switches between continuous or stop. So if I'm over here, you can see it goes to continuous. Anywhere else on the screen, it goes to step. I said stop before, I meant step. So step means you click these buttons and this thing moves in exact steps. So you can see, it's moving in exact steps. So we go back to 0. You can see. All right, so if I come over here, it's now continuous, which means that. So normally you'd have to come over and click another button. I found that to be tedious to do all the time. I like just two separate buttons that do the same thing, but either continuous or stepped. So that's one improvement. Another is I can easily set the percentage of the feed rate while the program is running. And then the last one is I made a way through a script to actually pause so I don't lose any location information. So when something's running, I can pause it during its execution and it won't mess up where 0 is, and the rest of the interface then gets reset. So everything gets reset, this gets rewound, and it goes back to 0, and I could freely move it again. So let me demonstrate that right now. So hit play on this program. It's nothing chucked up or anything, it's just gonna ghost. So it's running through this, right? And real quick, if I want to, I can speed it up. So now it's gonna go faster. You can hear it's a different speed, and then even faster if I want, real quick. Instead of having to hit this button a bunch of times or go actually enter in a number, I've got easy access to 1, 2, and 3 times. So 200 and then 100, and we are back to our normal slow speed. So let me demonstrate the reset stuff. So if I hit pause and reset, it actually pauses it and rewinds the script and resets the interface and does it go to 0. And so what's nice about doing that versus doing this sort of thing, if I was running a script and I wanted to stop it, right? If it's moving and you actually hit E-stop, then what you've done is when you go back to 0, it's not going to be exactly the same place. You've messed up physically where 0 is because you interrupted the action of the motors. If you're running and, oops, all right, and so that's the other thing too, is that if you use E-stop, it doesn't rewind your program. You have to remember to rewind, right? So that's what just happened there. So now if I hit start, it's gonna restart the program, right? It's just a lot cleaner, easier to have written this script. I can't believe that they don't have this included, right? So that pauses it instead of doing a hard stop, and that goes back to exactly the same place it was before. The script is rewound, I can fix whatever the problem was and hit play again, right? So much better of a situation. Sweet, so that's that. Final thing is, if I've gotten a tool to zero out against the sides of something, it's easier, it's nice to then use these scripts to raise the thing up, to move it over by the diameter of the bit and go back down, and then it resets my 0 point. So now I've got it scripted to move the tool diameter, half of it, either positive in X and Y, negative in X and Y, or negative X, positive Y, positive X, negative Y. So any of the variants there, I can have it say, hey, just scoot over half the drill diameter and reset where X and Y are, and that's where 0 is now. Just nice and handy.